Is Ruben Amorim the right man for Manchester United? Or have Manchester United made a mistake hiring him? Manchester United signed the exciting coach Ruben Amorim after dismissing Erik ten Hag, and he brought a new system which promised to revolutionize the way United play. There have been positive signs, with Amad Diallo exploding under the new manager and Bruno Fernandes finding his form. Now the honeymoon period has ended with Amorim suffering back-to-back Premier League defeats. This would be the second time ever in his career he would suffer consecutive league defeats and the first time Amorim has lost a home league game since February 2023. Are these bad signs for Amorim and United? Have the Premier League figured out Amorim's weakness already? What must Amorim do to avoid failure at Manchester United? After Manchester United parted ways with Erik ten Hag, they immediately hired Sporting CP's iconic manager, Ruben Amorim. Amorim was expected to bring change to Manchester United, and he did so with the introduction of his new system. But is this system what Amorim wants to offer United? Right now, it still hasn't fixed the problems United suffered from under Erik ten Hag. Under ten Hag, Manchester United didn't have a style of play and mostly seemed all over the place when they are on the pitch. However, right now, United do seem to have a style and some identity on the pitch, but obviously there are problems. Some of them have existed before Amorim, and Amorim too has problems he brought with him due to his system. Usually, Amorim plays a 3-4-2-1 system, which captures the philosophies of both Jose Mourinho and Pep Guardiola. I know that seems contradictory, but I promise you that it does make sense. Amorim's system relies on most of his players having the technical ability to be good on the ball and the physical capabilities to be good off it. His system primarily favors a short-passing, possession-based style, designed to manipulate the opponent's shape and create goal-scoring opportunities. Amorim's style emphasizes passing fluidity even in dangerous situations, which ensures that his team is in control all the time. His Sporting were among the best in Europe's top 7 leagues when it came to patient build-ups. However, it isn't all the time that Amorim emphasizes patient build-ups. He can set up his style to go direct when the opportunity calls for it. When Sporting signed Victor Gyökeres, they utilized Gyökeres' ability to exploit spaces and quickly release the ball to him when there's an opportunity. See what I mean by him being a mix of Mourinho and Pep? So while Amorim has a system, he tweaks it on a game-by-game basis. There's still more similarities he has with the two, as you'll come to see in this video. Amorim likes to work with a ball-playing goalkeeper who works with the 3 center backs in front of him to help the team start play from the back. Apart from the 3 defenders at the back, the system uses a pivot midfield of 1 creative passer or ball progressor who serves as the link between the defense and the attack, and a destroyer who is capable of breaking play and covering large spaces. In Amorim's system, the wingbacks provide width, but they aren't just width providers. Usually they are technical powerhouses who are capable of dribbling, creating chances, and also scoring. In the attack, 2 forwards occupy the left and right-hand attacking midfield areas and play behind the striker. This system allows Amorim to get as many players as he can in attack when his team has the ball. When they don't have the ball, Amorim has his players pressing intensely. United reaped the rewards of pressing intensely when they did it against Everton. They kept forcing mistakes from Everton and were clinical. Help this channel be clinical too, but liking this video and subscribing to this channel for more. When his teams don't have the ball and can't win it back through intense pressing, he instructs his player to fall back. His system defends with 5 players, with 2 wingbacks joining the defense. The pivot midfielders screen the defense, but 1 or 3 attackers remain a tad higher up the pitch, waiting for a fast break. Essentially, he defends in a 5-2-3 or 5-4-1 deep block. This prevents his opponents from having space to play through the middle, then encourages a center back out of his back 3 to press the opposition and force them out. On paper with this, it should be difficult to break United down. However, so far with what we have seen, United are still a mess in defense. From Amorim's first Premier League match, there have been indications of United's continued vulnerability, and it looks like it may be getting worse. Against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium, United were able to disrupt most of Arsenal's attacking attempts with their defense-heavy setup. They even managed to stop Arsenal's corner kick threats in the first half. However, in the second half, they fell victim to Arsenal's corner routine twice, with Jurrien Timber and William Saliba scoring. Even apart from those corner kicks, United's defense looked suspect in some other moments. Although that defense still had a better hold of the game than United's attack, they were too cautious in that match and hardly generated any meaningful attacking intent. That wasn't surprising, considering United's approach looked focused on being disruptive than actually playing. Fortunately, against Nottingham Forest at Old Trafford, United's attack were better. They had 17 shots, with 7 of those being on target, and 2 of those 7 being big chances. Apart from the attack, United had more possession, completed more passes, and played definitely closer to what Amorim would. Well, mostly. Their defense was in shambles, with the back three of Matthias de Ligt, Lenny Yoro, and Lisandro Martinez looking out of tune. And then there was the major culprit of that loss, the goalkeeper, Andre Onana. Martinez' ball watched and allowed Nottingham's defender Nikola Milenkovic score a header on him 2 minutes into the game. Onana let Morgan Gibbs-White's low shot somehow get away from him. For the third goal, Lenny Yoro lost his aerial battle against Chris Woods. De Ligt misjudged the ball, and Onana could only watch when Woods' looping header rolled into the net right where Martinez was. So far, Amorim has only won 1 out of his 4 Premier League matches, and it is clear that United may have some when it comes to defending set pieces, and this could be down to personnel problems. Andre Onana has been inconsistent since United signed him in the 23-24 season, and going forward, Amorim may have to find ways to move him on. Also, as brilliant a defender as Lisandro Martinez, especially with his passing, his height could put United in unfavorable positions during set pieces and when opponents are going long. Also, Lenny Yoro has shown a softness that Premier League attackers will prey on, but he is still getting used to the league. However, these problems are only a part. There is one flaw in Amorim's setup that could still be exploited. What do you think it is? So, should United approach their rebuild like Chelsea did and completely revamp the squad? Or can these errors be solved without United necessarily taking the Chelsea approach? Can Amorim make things work with the current squad if he has more time with them? Amorim admitted after United beat Everton 4-0 that it was down to the players' efforts as they haven't been able to train as much. He joined them at a worst possible time because United are in several competitions. Since he joined, United have been playing around twice a week, which haven't left much room for Amorim to transmit his ideas and have the players have more time to try it out during training. According to reports, Amorim has majorly been getting his ideas across during video sessions. This is only part of the training process, and until United get that time, Amorim would be unable to get more sessions with players. Unfortunately, to do this, United have to sacrifice the Europa Cup, and this is very unlikely. With this kind of situation, no wonder Amorim preferred to join at the end of the season. Should United have let him join at the end of the season and let Ruud van Nistelrooy continue as their interim coach? Still, even with more time with the squad, United still have to spend on key areas of the squad if they want Amorim to succeed. They will most definitely need to buy another defensive midfielder, with Casemiro being on the declining side of 30. They will also need to replace Christian Eriksen, who, like Casemiro, will be 32. United could also be looking to replace Bruno Fernandes, who has been the team's live wire for several seasons now. At 30 years old, Amorim might not be keen to build his team around Fernandes. So if he doesn't want to fail at United, he needs another player to be the key man. Who do you think that would be? Marcus Rashford, Alejandro Garnacho, or Kobbie Mainoo? He will certainly win some fan points if he chooses any of those 3 considering their ties to the United Academy, but Amorim mustn't be directed by such thoughts. Rashford and Garnacho haven't been consistent enough, and Kobbie Mainoo hasn't shown that brilliance he displayed in the 23-24 season. Right now, my candidate for the player Amorim will want to build his team around is Amad Diallo. What do you think? Who's your choice? Diallo has had quite the time at United. He was signed after about 64 minutes of senior football, and by the end of the second season as a United signee, fans had already classified him as a flop. That loan to Rangers certainly didn't do him any bit of favor. However, when he lit up Sunderland's Stadium of Light in the 22-23 season, the United executives who pushed for his transfer would have felt justified. Unfortunately, Amad struggled to break into the team and played second fiddle to Antony, who Erik ten Hag preferred in the right wing, despite his unimpressive performances. Still, anytime Amad came on, there were flashes of brilliance that showed there is still a player in him. Amad gained more prominence in the squad under Van Nistelrooy, and his form has grown more since then under Amorim. However, that form didn't come from Amad playing as a winger, but a wing back. The decision to make Amad a right wing back was strange, but so far it is looking good for him. Amad is a creative powerhouse, and so it was strange that Amorim would take his most potent creator at the moment and make him a wing back. In Amorim's system, the wingbacks playing high and wide make them the players that get the most touches on the ball and the most space. Amad is a lethal interpreter of space. He knows how and when to get into good positions. He can dribble and is very tricky on the ball. He is also an intelligent passer, creator, and can still score. He's the best man to be on the ball as much as possible. Also, Ahmad has a breathtaking work rate off the ball. He's capable of making heavy runs back to the defense and help out. Already it is yielding results for United, with Ahmad being at the center of things in attack, while also making decent defensive contributions. While he is far from the finished product, he has the mentality of being a key player for United and the player who Amorim can build his team on. He was that kind of figure for Sunderland, but the weight of expectation at United is different. He could also be key for the major flaw in Amorim's setup. Apart from the current problems United are facing right now, Amorim could soon be adding another one. His setup sometimes leaves spaces for opponents to exploit. With his wingers higher up the pitch and wide, when they lose the ball, it could be a problem for the team. His three attackers play close to each other and may not be quick enough to help out the team's defensive structure. Usually, one of his pivots moves higher up the pitch, and this type of situation can leave the lone DM with too much space to cover. His attacking style is potent, but when they lose the ball, it can be dangerous. Ahmad is very secure on the ball, and his low center of gravity makes dribbling easier for him and good in one-on-one situations. Unfortunately, the left wing-back position still has question marks and could be a vulnerable position for opponents to exploit under Amorim. United should be ready to heavily invest in the squad even if they don't want to follow the Chelsea approach, but to do that, they need outgoings. Will the team be able to get players to move and recruit, or will they be doomed to repeat the same mistakes? Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more.